I still remember her eyes, calm, kind, and quietly tired. Mrs. Tanaka was 78 when she first came to see me. A retired teacher from Okinawa, she had survived a minor stroke and was doing well, except for one thing. Her legs were always swollen. Walking felt like dragging bags of wet sand. She used to love tending to her small garden, but now, even getting out of bed felt like a task too heavy to bear. I remember asking her what she missed most. She smiled gently and said, "I miss watching the wind move through my tomato plants." That broke something in me. Instead of reaching for stronger medications, we tried something simple, something rooted in her own culture. A warm glass of water, first thing in the morning, with a small but powerful Japanese twist. 3 months later, her legs were lighter. She was back in her garden. Today, I want to share with you that very secret. A small habit that can reduce swelling in your legs, ease joint pain, and maybe, just maybe, bring a little lightness back into your day. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from? And what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Why your legs swell and joints hurt after 60 and what we often miss. As a doctor who has worked with older adults for over 20 years, I can tell you, leg swelling and joint pain are not just part of getting old. They're symptoms. They're your body's way of saying something needs to change. The causes are often more silent than we think. One of the biggest culprits? Poor circulation. After 60, your blood vessels aren't as flexible. Your muscles, especially around the calves, weaken, making it harder for blood to flow back up from your legs to your heart. That's when fluid starts pooling in your lower limbs. Then there's chronic inflammation, an invisible fire that lingers in the body. As we age, this low-grade inflammation becomes more common, wearing down joint tissue and causing stiffness and swelling. Add in factors like sitting too long, not drinking enough water, or eating too much salt, and you've got a perfect storm for discomfort. But here's something we often miss. Many seniors take medications that unknowingly make things worse. Blood pressure meds, certain diabetes drugs, or even over-the-counter pain relievers can all contribute to swelling or joint stiffness. Some patients ask, why not just take a water pill to flush it out? It's tempting. Diuretics, those water pills, do reduce swelling in the short term, but they can dehydrate the body, throw off your electrolytes, and actually worsen joint pain if used long-term. You don't want to just chase the symptom. You want to support the system. This is where nutrition comes in. Not just what you eat, but how your body processes inflammation and water balance. One recent study in the Journal of Gerontology showed that older adults who followed an anti-inflammatory diet, rich in ginger, turmeric, leafy greens, and fermented foods, had significantly lower markers of joint inflammation and better mobility over 12 weeks. And that brings us back to a key point, the Japanese approach. In Japan, especially in long-lived regions like Okinawa and Nagano, elderly people rarely complain of swollen legs. Why? Because their daily routines support circulation naturally. They sit on the floor, which engages their muscles. They walk more. They eat foods that calm inflammation, not fuel it. And they drink water the right way, with small additions that make a big difference. We often overlook these little details. But sometimes those little things, like what you add to your water, can be the key to changing how your body feels every single day. Japanese longevity habits. The Okinawa approach to swelling and joint pain in Okinawa, where some of the world's longest living people reside. I met an elderly woman named Keiko. She was 84, stood tall with no cane, and moved with the grace of someone 30 years younger. When I asked how she kept her legs from swelling, her answer was simple: I don't fight my body, I help it flow. This idea, helping the body flow, runs deep in Japanese culture. While Western medicine often focuses on fixing, Japanese health traditions lean towards supporting. And nowhere is this more visible than in how they deal with joint pain and leg swelling. For starters, many older adults in Japan drink warm water, not cold. It's a quiet ritual, a small ceramic cup, sipped slowly in the morning. Warm water helps stimulate digestion and encourages circulation, especially when combined with small additions like ginger powder or dried kelp, kombu. Two ingredients known to reduce inflammation and gently flush excess fluid. Then there's umeboshi, a pickled plum, often dropped into hot tea or water. Rich in antioxidants, umeboshi helps balance electrolytes and prevent fluid buildup. It's not just a food, it's part of the culture of healing through nature. In Japan, there's a phrase, kusuri yori shoku, food before medicine. This mindset shapes the entire way older adults care for their bodies. Instead of jumping straight to pills, they ask, what can I eat or drink that brings the body back to balance? Another cornerstone of Japanese aging is movement woven into daily life. It's common to see elders kneeling in a Caesar position or sitting cross-legged on tatami mats, which naturally engages leg and core muscles. Standing up and sitting down from the floor several times a day acts like a subtle leg workout, one that keeps blood moving and joints engaged without strain. And of course, they walk. A lot. Even in rural villages, you'll find seniors walking to the market, to the temple, or simply around their gardens. This constant low-impact movement supports circulation far better than occasional bursts of intense exercise. They also prioritize fermented foods like miso, natto, and tsukemono, pickled vegetables, which reduce systemic inflammation and improve gut health. Studies show that a healthy gut plays a surprising role in how well your joints function and how your body retains or releases fluid. What ties it all together is a mindset of gentleness and consistency. These habits aren't dramatic, they're not cures, but they are steady and effective. The magic add-in: what to add to your water and why it works. Let's talk about the small, surprising thing you can add to your water each morning. A habit inspired by the Japanese elders that has helped many of my own patients reduce leg swelling, ease joint pain, and feel more grounded in their bodies. It's not a supplement. It's not a pill. It's a simple combination of 3 ingredients that work together in harmony: ginger powder, lemon juice, a pinch of sea salt. That's it. Yet this humble trio can support your circulation, lower inflammation, and gently nudge your body toward better fluid balance. Let's break it down. Ginger has been used in Japanese kitchens and traditional medicine for centuries. It's known for its warming effect. When you consume ginger, it slightly raises your internal temperature, causing your blood vessels to expand. This helps improve blood flow, especially to your extremities. For those who feel cold hands and feet or deal with leg swelling, that boost in circulation can make a real difference. Ginger is also a natural anti-inflammatory, gently calming the invisible irritation that stiffens joints and tightens tissues. Lemon adds more than just flavor. It's rich in vitamin C, which plays a crucial role in collagen production, the protein that cushions your joints and keeps tissues flexible. But lemon also helps your liver and kidneys do their job, supporting your body's natural detox system. When your system runs cleaner, swelling tends to go down. Then comes the final touch, a pinch of sea salt. Now this might sound counterintuitive. Isn't salt bad for swelling? The answer depends on the type and amount. Highly processed table salt in large quantities? Yes, that can cause fluid retention. But natural sea salt, in very small amounts, contains minerals like magnesium and potassium that help balance your electrolytes. This balance is key. When your electrolytes are in sync, your body is better at letting go of excess water instead of holding on to it. Together, these three create what I call a Japanese-inspired healing tonic. It's not meant to be magic. It's meant to be consistent. One of my patients, Margaret, age 72, had struggled with swollen ankles for years. She tried compression socks, diuretics, elevating her legs. Nothing really helped. After a gentle conversation, she agreed to try this drink every morning, first thing after waking up. Within 2 weeks, her legs felt lighter. By the end of the month, she was walking farther without that heavy, dragging feeling. More importantly, she felt hopeful again, because something finally worked without side effects. In Japanese culture, there's a belief that healing doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes it's the small daily rituals, done with intention and patience, that change the course of our well-being. How to prepare it, the Japanese way, step by step. In Japan, even the simplest things, like how you drink your water, are done with care. It's not just about the ingredients, it's about the intention behind the ritual. So here's how to prepare this gentle tonic, the same way many Japanese elders do. Step 1. Warm your water. Heat about 250 milliliters of water until it's comfortably warm. Not boiling, just enough to sip slowly. In Japan, warm water is seen as easier on the stomach and more supportive of circulation, especially in the morning when your body is still waking up. Step 2. Add a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger powder. Make sure it's pure ginger. No added sugar or preservatives. Stir well. Freshly grated ginger is even better if you have the time. But powdered works just fine and is easier for most people. Step 3. Squeeze in a few drops of fresh lemon juice. Around 1 teaspoon is perfect. It brightens the flavor and adds that crucial vitamin C to support your joints and connective tissues. Step 4. Add a tiny pinch of sea salt. We're talking just a few grains, enough to add minerals, not sodium overload. Go for unrefined sea salt or Himalayan salt, which contains natural trace minerals that help regulate your body's fluid balance. And that's it. Stir gently, sip slowly, and let it settle in your system. Now here's a little secret I learned from a centenarian in Kyoto. Don't drink it on the go. She told me, when you drink with peace, your body listens better. In other words, treat this moment as a small ritual. Sit down, preferably in a quiet spot. Use a ceramic cup if you have one. Let your breathing slow. Feel the warmth of the drink in your hands. This mindful pause, just 5 minutes, can shift your entire nervous system into a more relaxed state, helping the body absorb and respond better. If you're taking blood thinners or medications for high blood pressure, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before adding ginger regularly. But for most people, this drink is a safe, natural way to support the body gently without harsh side effects. Some of my patients like to prepare the mix the night before, just the dry ingredients in a jar. So in the morning, all they need to do is add warm water and lemon. Small preparation, big reward. Remember, the goal isn't a miracle overnight. It's consistency. When done daily, this tonic becomes a quiet act of healing, a way to tell your body, I'm here, I'm listening, and I care. Other Japanese remedies for swollen legs and joint health. While the morning tonic is a powerful first step, it's just one piece of a larger picture. In Japan, caring for swollen legs and stiff joints isn't about one solution. It's about small, consistent habits woven into everyday life. Let me share with you a few more gentle remedies from Japanese culture that have made a real difference for many of my older patients. One of the most beloved is the evening foot soak. In many Japanese households, especially among older generations, it's common to soak the feet before bed. But they don't just use warm water. They often add green tea leaves or Epsom salts to the basin. Green tea is rich in antioxidants and has anti-inflammatory properties. Epsom salts provide magnesium, which helps relax the muscles and improve blood flow. 10 to 15 minutes in this soak can ease tension, reduce swelling, and prepare the body for deeper sleep. Then there's miso soup. More than just a comfort food, miso is a fermented soybean paste loaded with probiotics. In Japan, it's often the first thing people consume in the morning. Miso supports gut health, and a healthy gut is closely linked to reduced systemic inflammation, which means better joint health and less fluid retention. For those who don't want to cook from scratch, there are low-sodium miso pastes available at most health food stores. Just add hot water, maybe a few pieces of tofu or seaweed, and you have a nourishing, joint-loving meal in a cup. Another gentle yet powerful drink is mugicha, roasted barley tea. It's caffeine-free and often served cold in summer, warm in winter. Mugicha helps with circulation and is known to reduce water retention without acting as a harsh diuretic. In fact, many Japanese elders drink mugicha throughout the day instead of plain water. Let me tell you about Mrs. Saito, an 85-year-old widow I met in Kyoto. Her legs used to swell every summer from the heat, but she told me her secret. Every morning, she drank warm miso soup. In the afternoon, mugicha. In the evening, a foot soak with green tea. That was it. No medications, no fancy supplements, just consistency, tradition, and trust in her body's natural rhythm. Another quiet detail worth noticing is how Japanese elders sit. Many still sit on the floor, either in a Caesar position or cross-legged. This daily movement, standing up, sitting down, acts as a natural way to engage the legs, stretch the joints, and prevent stiffness. For those who can't sit on the floor anymore, using a low stool or cushion can still provide some of these benefits. And of course, it's hard to ignore the pace of life. In Japan, especially in older communities, life moves more slowly. Meals are not rushed. Walks are taken daily, even if just around the block. There's less noise, more presence. This slower rhythm supports parasympathetic nervous system activity, the rest and restore part of the body's healing system. And when that system is active, inflammation drops, digestion improves, and pain becomes more manageable. None of these remedies are dramatic. You won't see flashy promises or miracle claims. But what they offer is something deeper: balance. Each of these habits, miso in the morning, mugicha in the afternoon, a warm soak at night, invites your body to breathe, to soften, to find its way back to flow. Gentle Japanese-inspired movements to improve circulation. When it comes to reducing leg swelling and easing joint pain, movement is medicine. But for many older adults, the idea of exercise feels overwhelming. Too intense, too fast, too painful. That's why I love Japanese-inspired movement. It's not about breaking a sweat. It's about restoring flow, gently, mindfully, and consistently. One of the simplest, yet most powerful movements is called legs up the wall, or as the Japanese call it, ashiyubi no bashike. It's done by lying on your back with your legs resting up against a wall. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day can dramatically improve circulation, reduce ankle swelling, and even help with sleep. Many of my patients now include this in their evening routine. It requires no equipment, no strain. Just a quiet corner and a pillow for your lower back. Another beautiful practice is Radio Taiso, Japan's national morning stretching routine. These are light, rhythmic movements broadcast across the country every morning, even in parks and nursing homes. The stretches include arm swings, side bends, and gentle leg lifts. Most routines last less than 5 minutes, but they engage every major muscle group and get the blood flowing without stress on the joints. I remember visiting a care home in Osaka and seeing 90-year-olds performing Radio Taiso with such joy. They weren't worried about form or fitness goals. They were moving to feel alive. One more practice I often recommend is Caesar breathing. While Caesar is a traditional sitting posture on the knees, you don't have to sit that way to benefit. The key is to find a seated position on a chair, cushion, or bed. Then focus on slow, deep belly breathing. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 2, and breathe out for 6. Repeat for a few minutes. This style of breathing helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, relax tense muscles, and support blood flow throughout the body. Why does this matter? Because when your nervous system is calm, your blood vessels widen, your muscles loosen, your digestion improves. All of these effects help reduce swelling and relieve joint tension without any medication. I had a patient named Thomas, 75, who struggled with constant swelling in his calves. He was hesitant to try anything physical because of old knee injuries. But we started with just one habit: legs up the wall for 5 minutes before bed. In 2 weeks, he noticed his socks didn't leave deep marks anymore. After a month, his shoes fit more comfortably again. He told me, I never knew doing less could help me feel more. That's the spirit of Japanese movement. It's not about intensity, it's about intentionality. So whether it's breathing deeply, stretching gently, or resting your legs up on the wall, give yourself permission to move softly. Your body will thank you. If there's one message I hope you take from today, it's this: you don't need to do everything. You just need to begin. One small shift, like adding ginger to warm water in the morning, can set off a chain reaction in your body. A little less swelling, a bit more ease in your joints, a softer breath, a gentler day. As a doctor, I've seen how powerful that first step can be, not just physically, but emotionally. Because when something works, even in a small way, it gives you hope. And hope is the best medicine of all. So I invite you to try it. Just 1 week. Make the tonic. Sip it slowly. Take 5 minutes for yourself. Maybe even soak your feet tonight, or stretch your arms with a little Radio Taiso in the morning. Listen to your body, not with frustration, but with curiosity. Let it show you what's possible. And if you find even the smallest relief, I hope you'll share it. In the comments, with your family, with your doctor. Because your healing journey can inspire someone else to begin theirs. Before we end, I'd love to ask you something gentle. Where are you watching this from? And what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading each one. Hearing from you reminds me that we're all connected, even across miles and time zones. And if you found today's video helpful, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss the next video where we'll explore why Japanese elders rarely get knee replacements and what they do instead. It's going to be full of surprising insights and gentle practices just like today. Lastly, if you decide to try the ginger tonic or any of the Japanese habits we discussed, please come back and share your experience. I'd love to hear how your body responds, what changed, what felt easier, what gave you hope. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take their first step. Until then, be kind to your body. And remember, you are not alone in this journey. Healing can be simple, and it can begin today.